Namaskar students, class 10 Information Technology 402. I have started the series of Unit 3 Database Management System. Learning Outcome 1, appreciate the concept of database management system. In previous video, we have discussed about simple concept of database like data and information, then concept of database, then field, record, value and all terminology I have explained. In this video, I will explain about advantages of database and features of database and the concept of RDBMS, including DBMS. So let me begin this series. Before that, I would like to request you, if you are coming to my channel first time, you are watching my videos regularly, but till not subscribe the channel and press the bell notification icon for the relevant updates. One more thing, today is Janmashtami, so it's not required any kind of introduction or anything for Janmashtami. So I wish you a very happy Janmashtami, very happy Lord Shri Krishna Janmotsav. So let me begin this video. First of all, advantages of database. Now when we are creating database, it has some advantages, and these advantages are as following. First one is reducing data redundancy. Data redundancy means what? Prevented duplication of data in a database as a single file. Means when we are working with flat database system, what happens in flat file? Flat file, there are so many files are generated. So for the same database, we are copying the content from one file to another. So that will create duplicate files. So in database, what happens? We are just simply creating one database, and in that database we can create multiple objects. So that will reduce your data duplicacy. So that data duplicacy can be reduced by this one. So duplicate data problem may not occur due to this reason. Any change in database is reflected immediately, and when you are changing any content or changing any kind of update statement or deletion, so that can be automatically updated to your main database, because when you are changing in parent table, child table also automatically updated, or we can say that particular object is updated, all related objects are updated itself. So that is called reducing data redundancy. Second is sharing of data. Sharing of data means when we are working on the same database, the same file can be shared more than one people. So more than one people can work at a time on the same data file. So that is called sharing of data, and it is great advantage of database. So here some points I have written. Let me read this. Users of the database can share the data among themselves. There are various levels of authorization to access the data. Yes, authorization means what? The permission. What type of permission is given to the users? Some users can be given permission for reading only. Some users can be given permission both read and write. Some users can be given permission for controlling their particular file. So that type of level of authorization can be given. Third point is the data can only be shared based on the correct authorization protocols being followed. So every organization is following some protocols. Protocols means what? Rules. Some of the rules they have prepared for sharing file. So accordingly, that correct authorization will be given. Number fourth point is that many remote users can also access the database simultaneously. Means when more than one user is working on the same data file, it can be shared with those users, and those users can also share their files with us. So that is the strong point. Now next is data integrity. Data integrity means the data is accurate and consistent in the database. So whenever you are working in such file, the data will be accurate and consistent. Means whatever data we want, that only we can provide, and that can be consistent in the database. The data should be correct and consistent in all databases and for all the users. So that should be correct, and all users can get access of the same data. So that is called data integrity. Next point is data security and privacy. This is most powerful and strong feature of database. No unauthorized user can access your files, your data. So that security will be made. Now see how it can be done. Only authorized users should be allowed to access the database. Means whatever authorization is given to the users, those users can access that particular database. Should be authenticated using a username and password. Obviously, whenever username and password is there, so the person who want to log in, they have to give their username and password. Unauthorized users should not be allowed to access the database. Some open login will be made, but that cannot be available for updating any kind of data or doing any manipulation in this type of database. So that is called unauthorized users. So those public users are there, open users are there, they cannot modify the content. Next point is data backup and recovery. So database can take backup and recovery by itself. In database, this task is performed by the DBMS tool only. The users don't need to backup data. Restores the database after a crash or system failure to its previous condition. Sometimes that DBMS tool itself restore your data in previous condition. So that is powerful advantage. Next is data consistency. The data is same for all the users viewing the database. Any changes made to the database are immediately reflected to all the users. There is no data inconsistency. So that I have already explained what is data consistency. Now the next point is features of database. So generally features of database is known as ACID, ACID, ACID. So what it is? Let me explain. First one is atomic, A for atomic. So it requires each transaction must be completed. One transaction fails, all transactions will fail. That is called atomic. Atomic means whenever you are performing a transaction, the simple task, command, whatever you are writing there, the set of commands can be treated as transaction in the database. That I will show you later when we will perform such task. So that will be completed. If any transaction fails, all transaction will be failed. There are two common words for this kind of transactions, rollback and commit. So that we will see later. Second is consistent. Transaction will bring database from one to another through constraints. So whatever transaction you are performing, that will be bring from one database to another database through constraints. So there are some constraints we are following. That also I will explain you later what are the constraints and how to use them. Isolated. The next point is isolated. The transaction executes in a sequence and the result will be generated accordingly. So that is called isolated. Means whatever transaction is executed, each and every transaction will be isolated from that particular set of tasks. Then durable. Ensures that update will remain in database. Means whenever you are performing any transaction, whatever data you have updated, that will be remain in the transaction. That is called durable. So these are the features of database and it is known as ACID, ACID. Now let me move ahead. Concept of DBMS. The concept of DBMS is a database tool or software which allows to create, alter, drop and manage the database. Yes, so that is one kind of software or package, whatever we are using, that is called as database management system, that allows you to create and manipulate your database with the management and controlling features. It provides some features to manage the database as well as control the database. Some popular examples I have written here: MS Access, OpenOffice Base, MySQL, FoxPro and Oracle. So these are some examples of DBMS software. Now in this DBMS software, data can be organized into following. First one is flat files. So some of the tools can be save your file with flat file like FoxPro. In FoxPro what happens, there are no different objects. There is only one flat file. So it is storing your data in a flat file or a single table. So that is called flat file. And another one is relational. Relational means your data will be saved in related objects. That is called relational model. So your data can be saved into two ways, flat file and relation. So we understood now this concept of DBMS. Now let me begin concept and examples of RDBMS. RDBMS, it is one kind of DBMS system only, but here R is added. R means what? Relational model. This relational model was introduced by Dr. E.F. Coate and what it means for a database can be organized with different relational objects. So different relational objects. So what is relational object and how the relational model will be prepared? So first you understand how it will be prepared. I will show you one example. Let me take one table. So here suppose I have one table. Here I am creating field value, and those all I have explained in previous video. If you have not watch that video, so you can understand what will be the field. So my first field is ID. Basically the first field will be ID only. Second will be name, and third will be contact number. Okay, let me do this one, contact number. So this I have collected from the customer, or let me consider a database of school. Okay, that is good. So let me consider database of school. So whenever you have given admission in a school, you have filled up the form, admission form. So what we can do, we are generating this data from that form only. That you assume like that. So here ID will be generated, name, whatever name is there, just I am entering one record only, and then contact number 8000526345, or any number you can enter right now. So this is one relation. Relation means table only. In the relation model, a relation known as table. Now I want to prepare data for fee collection from these details only. So how it can be filled up? So that is called relation, because relation, one of the property or attributes can be shared with other one, that is called relation. If we have a relation like that, student teacher relation, like that father child, mother child, like that, so those all are the relations. So what is basic thing is there in relation, some of the properties are shared by those particular persons, that is called a relation. So in database concept also same thing applies. If you learn about function and relation in maths, there will be also the same concept. So let me create one more table with 4 columns. In this 4 column, I want to write first admission number. Now your admission number is given, then class. Suppose here class is given, then fees and ID. So this ID will be same which is repeated here from this concept. So like this I am preparing admission 1001, class 10th, fees 2500 came, and ID is 1001. So here let me change the admission number, it will be unique. So in first column data should be unique, here also data should be unique. So like this you can use the relational database. So now this table is related to this. So whenever I want to know the name of student, how I will know? By this common property. So here some common property shared by these 2 tables, that is ID. ID is common in both. Now suppose I am preparing database for result. So student result can be prepared in this manner. So again I am preparing table. In that exam we are using roll number, then here subject marks. Suppose English, this table is made for English only, English. So here what I will write, I will share the common property, that is admission number. Now roll number is, suppose you are studying in 10th class, so this is your roll number 10001, then English 52, then admission number 1123. So now this table is related to this one. Whenever I want to print the name is coming from here, so it goes to this one first. Let me draw some arrows so you can understand it. So this admission number can be related to this admission number. After that, this ID. Next step, this ID will come. Whenever you want to fetch name, you can use this ID, and this ID will be similar. So these are called the common properties shared by the different objects, and it is coming in relational model. So I hope you understood very well how to work with relational model. So in next video, I will explain you the concept of primary key, composite key, foreign key and all, how it will work and how we can give these keys to your table. So till then, keep watching, keep learning, and if you like this video, press the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe the channel. If you have not subscribed, press the bell notification icon. Thank you very much for watching the video.